Hey everybody, Joe here. Got a little bit to get into here with this show. So, you've all heard by now that Trump's a flaming racist because he shared a video of Obama and the Obamas as monkeys. And we're going to dig into that right now. First, I want to start here. New poll out Trump approval poll, Hispanic voters. This is from February 6th. It is now February 7th. 56 approve, plus 12. Disapprove, 44. This is a 36% shift from disapprove to approve since November. And that's coming from this place, ActiVote. So as you can see, Trump's numbers just keep going up. Now, look, I'm just going to talk about something I noticed on X. But ever since the left started attacking Nicki Minaj, there has been a lot of accounts showing up on my newsfeed on X of people saying they switched from Republican to Democrat, even showing the screenshot of it. I want to believe those are real, but there are also bot farms, bot engagement farms that actually, well, let's just say they kind of circle around celebrities, if that makes sense. So where that celebrity might shift, that bot farm's also going to shift as well. I'm not saying that's the case. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I'm not saying that's the case at all. I'm just saying there's a chance. Okay. So I don't always believe everything I see online, unlike some people, hence the Epstein files bullshit. So, Trump shared this. Let me, go ahead and show you what everybody's outraged about. I'm sure you've seen it by now. I'm going to shrink this down just a smidge so we can get a look at it. There you go. And that's what showed up. That's all you're seeing from leftists. You're not seeing context. You're not seeing anything. You're just seeing this. Now, the first thing that you need to understand about this video is that this came out last year and there was fake outrage then as well. The news cycle moves so fast that people forget that happens, and it's hilarious. Matter of fact, this is the guy that made it last year. And that's the exact video in which people are talking about. Now, this is the end of the video. You can see whoever screen grabbed it. It switches to the next autoplay video, and then they switch back, and then they stop recording. So this is the guy that made the video in question. His name is Zarius, right here. And he says, last night, President Trump posted a video where one of my old clips appears at the very end. You won't believe which one. And he's laughing about it. So you can see, like I said, it pops up at the end. Now let's go ahead. Let's do this. Because what's actually happened is that the full video has made it so that people have to, liberals are now having to watch the entire video on election fraud. So this is from Randy the Savage. My favorite thing about idiot liberals trying to create distraction and outrage over a 1-second autoplay at the end of this video exposing election fraud is that they got everyone to watch this video exposing election fraud. Thanks, dumbasses. So let's take a look at the video and we'll see exactly how it plays out with context.
Initiated by a court order, the Michigan investigation team obtained forensic access to a DS-200 tabulator, the machine that counts the votes. A Telit 4G wireless chip manufactured in Taiwan was discovered embedded into the motherboard. The voting machine tapes clearly indicate modem engagement and transmission of election data. Some of the anomalies that we noticed in the 2020 general elections, that 5 key states all stopped counting at a certain time in these key battleground states. These were all where the software, Dominion machines, ES&S machines were used, the Smartmatic, the GEMS software. So when the vote stopped counting, and this has been noted in other countries as well, President Trump was significantly ahead. When reporting and counting resumed, there was a massive spike occurred that favored Joe Biden.
And there it is, guys. That is the evil racist President Trump sharing an informative video about what took place and what was found here in Michigan. And we're supposed to melt about that. So why not, guys? Let's watch the video that's in question and take a look at exactly what it looks like, how it sounds, the reference of it, And I'll shrink it down so that we get the full picture. Just a smidge here. Just one sec. There we go. Is that Joe Biden as a monkey? Like, I thought this was a racist video. That wouldn't make sense to put Joe Biden as a monkey too. Weird. Oh, there's more racism. No, actually, he's not a monkey. What is that? That's a, I don't care.
Jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle,
Now that's hilarious.
jungle, the lion sleeps
So as you can see, this is more manufactured fake outrage from the left. But the problem here is that we've got people like Tim Scott here. You can see Tim Scott joins the left at attacking Trump over an AI meme that happened to autoplay at the end of his truth. What a joke. So here he is. He's saying, praying it was false because this is the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House. The president should remove it. So he's implying that he's seen other racist things out of the White House too. So Tim Scott is clearly a leftist, okay? Another psyop that we're supposed to accept because, how do I put this? MAGA is extremely accepting, right? Especially if somebody's a person of color. Look at those twins. I don't know their names. I can't even remember their names. But how often they flip-flop on Trump. And MAGA accepted them because they claim to be MAGA, right? Claim to be MAGA, and then they do the PSYOP nonsense later on once they've got a whole MAGA base where they try to influence people to hate Trump. Candace Owens, you can put her on this list. See, that's the problem, guys. We're a little too accepting sometimes. And it's not just with black people or any people. It's just in general. We are currently in a situation where we're getting an influx of people from the left who are bringing that ideology with them. Something I've addressed in other shows where it's like, MAGA is supposed to be accepting, right? But we can't change the core, right? Because some of these people coming from the left, now granted, these people are psyops, all right? But some of these people that are coming over from the left, they still think abortion is great. They still think that transing kids is okay, probably. I'm not saying all of them, but some of them. But they're just fed up with the left, right? Now, I'm gonna also add in there probably a lot of them don't believe that transing kids is okay, or they wouldn't even come anywhere near the right. But you get what I'm saying. They're bringing their leftist ideology with them. No matter what it is, we don't really need that on the right, in my opinion. So hopefully they wise up and stop. But at the end of the day, this is what we're facing, guys. We're facing opposition from people in politics who probably don't ever want to lose power. We got Pino Americano here. Tim Scott spent more than $200 million on his presidential run. He received a whopping 1,598 votes. What an effing loser. I'm going to go with that's true. Now, we've got this. This was from, I think, Air Force One. Let's listen to what Trump had to say on it when asked.
Media post that you took down earlier today, the White House says that a staffer sent it. Who sent it, and are you going to fire them?
No, I looked at it. I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There was a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud, and I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of a that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud in. And the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. Then I gave it to the people. Generally, they look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't, and they posted, and we took it down, and we turned it, you know. But that was a voter fraud that nobody talks about. They don't like to talk about that post. We took it down as soon as we found out about it.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at a lot of thousands of things, and I looked at the beginning of it. It was fine. They had that one post, and I guess it was a takeoff. By the way, a lot of people covered. If you look at where it came from, I guess it was a takeoff on The Lion King, and certainly it was a very strong post in terms of voter fraud. Nobody knew that that was at the end. If they would have looked, they would have seen it, and probably they would have had the sense to take it down. But that was a takeoff on The Lion King, and a lot of people were covered on in different positions. So, but I spoke to Tim Scott. He was great. Tim is a great guy. He understood that 100%. Go ahead.
Mr. President.
All right, so he's not going to apologize, and I don't think that he should. Don't cave to these people
Media
ever.
post that you took
Don't
down.
ever cave to these people. So here we go. Trump's going to fire back on racism allegations. This is from Eric Doherty again. Let's take a listen to what he says here.
Black voters have been great to me. I've been great to them. And I am, by the way, the least racist president you've had in a long time, as far as I'm concerned. Black voters have been great to me.
Now, that's true. Here's another traitor, Alabama Senator Katie Britt. No comment on the news of Trump's OMB director almost being assassinated by radical leftists who showed up to his home. Falls for the 5-year-old kidnapped by ICE hoax. Does a New York Times profile and condemns Trump's post. I'm so tired of these people. So that's what Katie Britt, who's a self-proclaimed Republican, did. She put on there that this content was rightfully removed, should have never been posted to begin with, and it's not who we are as a nation. Like, give me a freaking break. Like, seriously, we can't win like this, guys. We're gonna have to show up, and if there's any other person that's running against her that's red, to get her out of office that we can replace or something. Like, you're going to have to vote for her, but at the end of the day, you need to pay attention to these people because this is what Trump has to deal with all the time. It was a 1-second clip of autoplay video that they're losing their minds about, that they lost their minds about last year when it was found on X. I remember the outrage over it. When I saw the screenshot, I'm like, why are we talking about shit from last year? And I waited to make a video because I wanted to see how everything transpired, and we've moved on. It's day, 2? And I don't even hardly see anybody talking about it. But that's sometimes why I wait on these, just to be able to show you how fake the manufactured outrage is and how badly that these people are losing. They're throwing dildos at their own people in Minnesota. They've lost the fight against ICE, Tom Homan, and Trump in Minnesota. They're all being exposed for fraud and corruption. The only elections they're winning are ones that they've already established they're already going to win in. This is nothing. The latest win in Texas is nothing. That was a special runoff election. Come fall, as long as Republicans show up and do what they're supposed to do like they did in 2024, that socialist that got elected is going to get ejected, period. Anyway, guys, that's what I got for you on this one. Another debunk from the retard left that just try to manufacture any kind of distraction to keep people outraged and not paying attention to reality. Till next time, guys, give me a like on this video if you could. Maybe consider following the channel. Last I checked, I'm at 99, trying to get to 100, and I appreciate every 99th person that did that, and I'll appreciate the 100th that does it. Thanks for giving me a follow. Thanks for giving me a like, and thanks for joining me this evening. I'll talk to you soon.